Imagine if one single asset just overtook the world's largest asset manager in global rankings. XRP's market cap surpassing BlackRock's goes far beyond just another headline. We're witnessing a massive shift in how crypto is being recognized in global finance. This is happening right now, not as hype, but as reality. It's a wake-up call that XRP has moved past survival mode and is now onto the next phase of the journey. If you don't pay attention, you'll miss it. Something huge is happening with XRP, and the signs are all around us. Secret moves that could change its future and surprise everyone. In this video, we'll explore XRP's newest updates, like a rush of ETF filings that experts say are almost guaranteed to be approved. We'll also look at the big partnerships that make XRP more useful in the real world. Plus, I'll show you the XRP chart, where it's at a critical point, one that could lead to a big jump or a drop down. Stay with me to discover the clues, the dangers, and the opportunities most people don't see. But wait, there's more. While everyone is focused only on XRP, they're missing a huge opportunity in the projects growing on the XRP ledger. One exciting project, a leading decentralized exchange, is making waves with over $5 million raised on its initial DEX offering, or IDO. It's set to launch this year with staking features coming soon. By the end of this video, you'll understand why these ecosystem projects could be as important as XRP itself. If that sounds like the kind of actionable alpha you want, then hit the like button and let's go. Before we do, I want to be clear. Everything we're discussing today is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Crypto is extremely volatile and risky, so always do your own research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. With that being said, let's break down XRP. The XRP ledger has been around for more than a decade. It was built specifically for fast and low-cost global payments. Ripple, the company behind XRP, has partnered with over 300 financial institutions. This includes Santander and American Express. They use XRP as a bridge for cross-border transfers. That's the foundation. What's accelerating now is regulatory clarity and institutional momentum. These forces are shifting XRP from controversial territory into blue chip status. In just the last few days, we've seen a wave of synchronized ETF filings for XRP land on the SEC's desk. 7 issuers updated their S1 forms, which are registration documents, almost at the same time. This signals behind-the-scenes coordination after discussions with regulators. Prediction markets are already pricing in approval odds at 86% this year. If that happens, the gates could open for billions in new inflows. Just look at Bitcoin's ETFs. They've already seen well over $1 trillion in volume this year alone. Grayscale is even converting its existing XRP trust, which holds around $20 million, into an ETF format. This makes XRP accessible to investors who wouldn't normally touch crypto, and that can bring in some serious capital inflow. At the same time, Gemini just dropped an XRP credit card that earns crypto rewards with every purchase. This card lets users spend XRP in daily life, on groceries, coffee, or online shopping, and they earn XRP rewards that stack up in their wallets. It's designed to make XRP a seamless part of everyday transactions, boosting its real-world adoption. This move ties Gemini closer to Ripple's ecosystem, capitalizing on XRPL's fast transactions and low fees, and could set a new standard for crypto payment integration as Gemini gears up for its NASDAQ IPO. Now, zooming out, XRP's strength is all still in its utility and practical use. It's already processed billions of dollars in payments. Banks are integrating it for settlements and real-world asset tokenization. More than $300 million in assets are already tokenized on the XRP ledger, and the Genius Stablecoin Act, signed into law recently, adds another layer of confidence for the RLUSD stablecoin. These are the things we want to be focusing on when we're trying to understand XRP's value and future potential. But it's not the only thing. Before we jump into the charts, if you like this type of alpha, then make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you can take advantage of all the work I've been doing. Crypto moves fast, and here on FireHustle, I'm cutting out all of the noise and only giving you the information that you need to know. And we're going way deeper than just the news. While the news is powerful, price action tells its own story. Look at what happened in late July. XRP exploded from the mid $2 range all the way to around 3.7 in just a few days. That's not retail trading. That's big institutional money stepping in and driving momentum. But after moves that strong, markets cool off. That's exactly what we've been seeing through August. Here's where it gets interesting. Right now, XRP is trading near the $3 mark. This level is critical. Earlier this year, that same price zone acted as resistance. XRP kept getting rejected there. After blasting through in July, that resistance has flipped into support. Traders call this a support flip. In simple terms, it means that what used to block the price from going higher is now acting like a floor, keeping it from falling. As long as XRP stays above this floor, the bullish setup is intact. If you zoom in on August price action, you'll see highs that are stepping down. Meanwhile, the lows are holding steady around 2.9 to 3.0. This forms what's called a descending triangle. For beginners, imagine price being squeezed tighter and tighter between a flat floor and a descending ceiling. When price gets compressed like this, it usually breaks out strongly in one direction. If buyers win and XRP breaks above 3.2, the door opens for a pushback toward 3.6 to 3.8. But if sellers take control and price falls below 2.8, we could see a drop down. The big takeaway here is simple. XRP is in a decision zone right now. Holding above $3 keeps the bullish case alive. Breaking 3.2 would confirm momentum is returning. On the other hand, losing 2.8 would signal weakness and a possible pullback before the next run. Watching these levels gives you the edge before the wider crowd reacts. By the way, if you're finding this technical breakdown helpful, you should know that my team and I are doing this kind of analysis every single day inside of the FireHustle VIP Discord. We're always cooking things up in there and sharing strategies. The community there gets the advantage of seeing everything develop in real time instead of waiting for the YouTube video. If you want to level up, then check out the link down below. The feedback has been absolutely amazing so far, so I recommend you come try it out for at least 1 month. Now back to XRP. Looking at it as a core asset, it's clear this is maturing into an institutional asset with serious backing by banks. New investors often start with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Then they see XRP's ranking in the top 3. Its partnerships and utility and payments make it appealing. With ETFs, it could soon bring in brokerage flows. For institutions, stability matters and XRP provides that. But don't expect crazy returns like a microcap meme coin. As a big cap, you're more realistically looking at lower multiples on XRP in this bull run. But there's other ways to tap into XRP. Here's the part most people overlook. Everyone watches XRP's price. But the real alpha might come from the ecosystem projects building on XRPL. A successful blockchain extends far beyond its main tokens. The real value comes from the apps and tools that make people use it every day. Look at Ethereum. Uniswap became its DeFi backbone and at its peak processed billions in daily volume. Solana had Radium, Binance Chain had PancakeSwap. Those DEXs or decentralized exchanges were critical because they brought liquidity, trading, and user adoption. Without them, the ecosystem wouldn't have grown the same way. Anyone that's interacting on chain needs a DEX for something even as simple as a token swap. For XRP, the first ever DEX built for the chain is DEXRP. If it can capture even a fraction of the volume on XRPL, it could transform liquidity overnight. The XRP total value locked, which is basically the amount of money being used in its projects, has grown a lot recently. A DEX could be the key to making XRPL even more popular. And that's where DEXRP comes in. It's everything you need to trade smarter. They have dual trading modes, advanced order types, smart liquidity routing, instant settlements, and low fees. They're focusing on making things simple for both beginners and pros, and the branding is pretty sleek and clean. What we've seen with other chains is that the first mover advantage is the most important thing here. A DEX is absolutely essential for any type of on-chain swapping. So as long as the user experience and interface are good, there's a high chance that DEXRP holds and maintains its position as the XRPL's primary DEX. The technical details don't really matter. If we go to the features, we can see that the most important aspects of the DEX are covered here. You can finalize trades in seconds, especially thanks to the speed of the XRPL. And they have low fees. There's also smart liquidity routing, which means that it pulls together money from different places to make sure your trades happen at good prices with less loss or slippage. Those 3 things are what's necessary for the day-to-day user. And if you're more advanced, they have you covered there too. Another thing that stood out to me were the partners and integrations. There's some pretty big names here. AWS, Masari, The Graph, Big Brain Holdings, Fireblocks, and more. And if you check out their X page, you'll see that they have some other big announcements, partnerships, sponsorships, and updates posted regularly. The project has big plans, and it'll fully launch at the end of this year and will include options like staking, where you lock up tokens to earn rewards, and pools where you can add your tokens to help with trading. The DEX has its own token called DXP, which you can use to get lower fees, earn rewards, or access special features. And that brings me to the IDO itself. They've already raised well over $5 million. It's one of the first major XRPL infrastructure projects to get traction at this scale. If you want to participate, I've put the link down below. Please keep in mind that this is my own personal link that I'm sharing, and you can generate your own right on the website itself. You can see the participation price right here on the website, depending on which stage the IDO is in when you access it. When the actual launch happens, the token will start at a set price of 35 cents. That's when the claiming will open, and you'll receive your tokens gradually to keep things stable. You can participate with all major EVM wallets and Solana wallets. Looking ahead, features like staking will roll out quickly. Partnerships are already forming. XRP has teamed up with C Wallet for campaigns and integrations. And they've partnered with WoW for events like WoW Summit in Hong Kong 2025. And I'm going to be keeping an eye out for more collaborations on their X page. For anyone who believes in XRPL's growth, XRP could be one of the first real infrastructure plays to capture attention. Again, the IDO link is in the description if you want to check it out. But I also want to remind you to spend some time doing your own research. Everything in crypto is highly volatile and risky, so you need to be extra careful for every single move that you make. This video is for educational purposes only and shouldn't be taken as financial advice. Stay safe out there and don't just go in blindly. Looking at the bigger picture, XRP is proving itself as an institutional grade crypto with strong fundamentals. But the real story might be in the ecosystem. Just like other blockchains were lifted by their DEXs, XRP could see its next wave of adoption driven by projects like DexRP. If you got value from this breakdown, then make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you want to level up, then come and join me in the FireHustle VIP Discord. I'm in there every single day breaking down setups before they hit the mainstream. I share market insights, portfolio strategies, and work with the community. You can find the link down below. So whether you're holding XRP itself or looking at projects like DexRP, this ecosystem could be one of the biggest stories of the next cycle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.